talking about strength, we say that strength training is maximized at about 85-ish%. That is what builds a lot of strength. If you want to peak or learn to show your strength in a max effort, that's where you go in the 90, 95, or even 100% range. But if you look at the training Olympic weightlifters or Russian and Ukrainian powerlifters, most of their volume is spent 75, 80, 85% for sets of 3 to 5 reps. That will build strength, especially when you train with a higher frequency of training. Now, when we're talking about body weight exercises, I believe in a similar intensity range. In that case, 70 to 80%. I go a bit lower because body weight exercises have a higher neurological demand. The higher the neurological demand of an exercise is, the lower you go on the intensity when it comes to building strength. For example, body weight exercises, 70 to 80%. Olympic lifts, 75, 80, 85%. Deadlift, squats, 80, 85. Bench press, you can go up to 90, and overhead press to 90 also, because the neurological demand is slightly lower. Okay, so when you're doing body weight exercises, you want the high frequency as we saw in the previous capsule, and you want to train in the 70 to 80% range. Now, if we're doing an unloaded body weight exercise, bar muscle up, strict handstand push-up, ring dips, for example, or muscle ups. And these are unloaded. So how do you go to 70 to 80% intensity? Well, you're using rep numbers. For example, you're testing the max reps you can do on strict handstand push-ups. If the most strict handstand you can do is 10, then an intensity of 70 to 80% would be 7 or 8 reps per set. So you would do 3 to 5 sets of 7 reps. That would mean 3 to 5 sets of 75%. That's where you should train with a high frequency at least 3 times a week. Then you would test yourself once in a while. After 2 or 3 weeks, then you can do 12. So now your reps would go up by 1, so 8 to 9 reps per set, for example. So that's how you establish an intensity range for body weight exercises. You use the number of reps. If I'm doing body weight exercises that are static in nature, front lever, back lever, use the same approach. If I can hold a front lever for 10 seconds, then 70% intensity would be holding the front lever for 7 seconds per set. So intensity basically means how hard you go versus your maximum. Doesn't necessarily have to mean that it's a weight. It can be a number of reps with your body weight or time under tension with your body weight. So if you want to practice strength with body weight exercises, 70 to 80% with a high frequency, retesting yourself every 3 or 4 weeks to establish a new baseline to work up from.